I let my pregnant twin sister stay after she got involved with a married man, and now my parents have disowned me. I'm stuck in the middle of her choices, a destroyed marriage, and family drama I didn't start, trying to protect her while living with the fallout of everyone else's anger and ultimatums. My pregnant twin sister called me crying at 2 a.m., and my mother called 30 minutes later telling me not to answer her calls, and I'm sitting here at 3 a.m. trying to figure out whose side I'm supposed to be on. Please. I need you. I can't do this alone. Mom and Dad won't even talk to me. That was Emma. My twin. 7 months pregnant. Sobbing so hard I could barely understand her. What happened? Are you okay? Is the baby okay? The baby's fine. I'm not fine. Mom told me I'm dead to them. That they won't be grandparents to my child. That I made my choice and now I have to live with it. What choice? Emma, what's going on? I told them about Jake. About the baby. About everything. And they lost it. Dad said I was a disgrace. Mom said I ruined the family. They kicked me out. I'm at Jake's apartment but I can't stay here. Please. Can I come stay with you? Of course. Come over. We'll figure this out. Then my mother called. Before Emma could even get to my place. Do not let your sister stay with you. If you do, you're choosing her over us. You're choosing her mistakes over your family. Mom, she's 7 months pregnant. Where's she supposed to go? That's not our problem anymore. She made her choices. She can live with the consequences. What did she do that's so bad you're pushing out your pregnant daughter? She's been lying to us for months. The father of that baby is Jake Morrison. Jake Morrison. Do you understand what that means? I understood. Jake Morrison was my parents' best friend's son. He was also married. With 2 kids. And 20 years older than Emma and me. Oh my God. Exactly. She's been having an affair with a married man. A man we've known since he was a child. She's destroyed his marriage. His family. Our friendship with the Morrisons. And she expects us to just accept this? To welcome this troublemaker child into our family? Mom, that's... I don't want to hear it. You let her stay with you, you're just as bad as she is. You're condoning her behavior. You're saying what she did is acceptable. And it's not. It's not acceptable. She hung up. And I sat there trying to process what I'd just learned. My twin sister was pregnant by our parents' married best friend's son. And now everyone expected me to choose a side. Emma arrived 20 minutes later. Tears. Suitcases. Completely devastated. I let her in. Made tea. Let her cry. Waited for her to explain. I know what you're thinking, she said finally. That I'm a terrible person. That I ruined Jake's marriage. That I'm selfish. I'm not thinking anything yet. I'm just trying to understand what happened. Jake and I started talking last year. At Mom and Dad's Christmas party. He was unhappy in his marriage. I was lonely. We just connected. One thing led to another. He's married, Emma. I know. I know that. But his marriage was already over. He and Sarah were just staying together for the kids. They haven't been happy in years. Did Sarah know that? Emma looked away. No. But Jake was going to tell her. We were going to wait until the kids were older. Then I got pregnant. And everything accelerated. When did you find out? 4 months ago. I told Jake immediately. He said he'd leave Sarah. That we'd be together. That he wanted this baby. And did he? Leave Sarah? 3 weeks ago. He told her about me. About the baby. She kicked him out. He's been staying at his brother's place. Trying to figure out custody and divorce stuff. So you destroyed his marriage. His marriage was already destroyed. I didn't break up a happy family. They were miserable. According to Jake. The man who was cheating on his wife with you. Whose side are you on? I'm not on anyone's side. I'm trying to understand how we got here. How you got pregnant by a married man 20 years older than you who's our parents' friend's son. I love him. And he loves me. This wasn't some sordid affair. We're going to be together. We're going to raise this baby. Does he know Mom and Dad kicked you out? Yes. He wants me to move in with him. But I can't. His apartment is tiny. And Sarah's intimidating to use me in the custody battle. She's saying Jake's an unfit father because he left his family for a younger woman. If I move in with him, it makes everything worse. So you're staying here. Just for a little while. Until things settle down. Please. I have nowhere else to go. I let her stay. Because she was my sister. My twin. And she was pregnant and homeless and I couldn't just turn her away. But I knew the moment I made that choice, I was choosing a side. And my parents would never forgive me. The next morning, my mother called. Is she there? Yes. I told you not to let her stay. She's 7 months pregnant, Mom. Where was she supposed to go? To Jake. The man who destroyed his family for her. Let him deal with the consequences. She can't stay with Jake. Sarah's using their relationship in the custody battle. Good. Maybe that will teach Emma that actions have consequences. That you can't just sleep with married men and expect everything to work out. Mom, I'm not condoning what she did. I'm just helping her because she's my sister. She stopped being your sister when she slept with Jake Morrison. She stopped being our daughter when she chose him over her family. And if you choose her over us, you stop being our daughter too. That's not fair. Life's not fair. Make your choice. Her or us. She hung up. Again. And I sat there trying to figure out how I'd become the mediator in a family war I didn't start. I called my brother, Ryan. Got his take. Yeah, Mom and Dad told me. Said Emma's dead to them. That we're not supposed to talk to her. Are you going to listen? I don't know. What she did was pretty very bad. Up. She's still our sister. She's also a homewrecker. She knowingly slept with a married man. Got pregnant by him. Destroyed his family. That's not nothing. His marriage was already bad. According to him. The guy who was cheating. You really believe that? I didn't know what I believed. Emma said Jake was unhappy. Jake probably said the same thing. But Sarah probably told a different story. And their kids definitely weren't consulted. I just don't think we should abandon her when she's pregnant and has nowhere to go. Then you're choosing her. And Mom and Dad won't forgive that. So I'm supposed to let my pregnant twin sister be homeless to keep Mom and Dad happy? I'm saying there are consequences to choices. Emma made hers. Now you're making yours. Ryan hung up. Another family member essentially telling me I was wrong for helping Emma. That night, Emma's friend Melissa came by. Wanted to check on her. How's she doing? Not great. Our parents disowned her. Our brother won't talk to her. She's 7 months pregnant and basically homeless. I heard about Jake. That's a lot. Yeah. Can I ask you something? How much do you know about their relationship? Just what Emma told me. That they connected. That his marriage was already over. That they're in love. Melissa made a face. Did she tell you how it started? At our parents' Christmas party. They talked. Connected. Did she tell you she pursued him? That she knew he was unhappy and specifically targeted him? What? No. Because she did. She told me months ago. She said she'd always thought Jake was attractive. That when she heard his marriage was struggling, she saw an opportunity. She didn't accidentally fall for him. She went after him. Are you serious? Dead serious. She planned this. Not the pregnancy, obviously. But the affair. She wanted him. She pursued him. And now she's acting like they're star-crossed lovers when really she's just a 26-year-old who seduced a married father of 2. Why are you telling me this? Because you're letting her stay with you. Supporting her. And you should know the truth. Emma's not some innocent victim of circumstance. She made calculated choices. And now she's playing the victim to get sympathy. Melissa left. I confronted Emma. Did you pursue Jake? Did you go after him knowing he was married? Emma's face changed. Defensive. Caught. Who told you that? Does it matter? Is it true? It's not that simple. It's a yes or no question. Did you pursue a married man? I liked him. I knew he was unhappy. I thought maybe we could be happy together. He was married. With kids. I know that. But people get divorced. Marriages end. I wasn't doing anything wrong by being interested in him. You were doing something wrong by acting on it while he was still married. He wanted it too. It's not like I forced him. He made his own choices. Choices you encouraged. Choices you pushed him toward. Why are you confronting me? I thought you were on my side. I'm not on anyone's side. I'm just trying to understand why everyone in our family is so angry. And now I'm starting to get it. So you think I'm a homewrecker too? You think I deserve to be homeless and alone? I think you made really bad choices. And I think you're not taking responsibility for them. I am taking responsibility. I'm having this baby. I'm building a life with Jake. That's responsibility. You're building a life with someone else's husband. Someone else's father. You took him away from his kids. They still have him. Sarah's just making it hard because she's bitter. She's bitter because you slept with her husband. We fought for an hour. Emma crying. Me furious. Both of us saying things we'd probably regret. Finally, Emma said, if you don't want me here, just say so. I'll leave. Where will you go? I don't know. But I'm not staying where I'm not wanted. I didn't say I don't want you here. You didn't have to. I can tell. You think I'm a terrible person. Just like Mom and Dad. Just like everyone. I think you made terrible choices. That's not the same thing. It is to me. She went to the guest room. Slammed the door. And I sat there wondering how I'd become the villain in her story when she was the one who'd slept with a married man. The next day, Sarah Morrison called me. I heard Emma's staying with you. How did you? Jake told me. He's still in contact with her. Still planning their future while I'm trying to explain to our kids why Daddy doesn't live here anymore. I'm sorry. I didn't know about any of this until recently. Did you know she pursued him? That she went after my husband deliberately? I just found out. Did you know she's been texting him during family dinners? Sending him photos? Building their relationship while he was still coming home to me every night? No. Did you know she got pregnant on purpose? That she stopped taking her birth control without telling him because she wanted to lock him down? What? Jake told me. During one of our many fights. Said Emma wanted a baby. Wanted to force him to leave me. So she stopped her pills. Got pregnant. Trapped him. I don't know if that's true. Of course you don't. Because Emma tells you whatever version makes her look best. But I'm telling you the truth. Your sister is a manipulative, calculating homewrecker who destroyed my family. And now everyone expects me to just accept it. To let Jake have custody of our kids so he can play house with his pregnant mistress. I'm not expecting anything from you. Good. Because you're not getting it. And if you're smart, you'll kick Emma out before she destroys your life too. She's danger. Everything she touches turns unhealthy. Ask my husband. Ask my kids. Ask your parents. She hung up. And I sat there trying to figure out what was truth and what was anger. Had Emma really gotten pregnant on purpose? Had she really pursued Jake that deliberately? Or was Sarah just saying things to make Emma look worse? I didn't know. And I couldn't ask Emma because she'd just deny it or spin it or make me feel guilty for questioning her. That night, Jake came by. Wanted to see Emma. I let him in. He looked exhausted. Older than I remembered. Worn down by divorce and drama and consequences. How is she? Physically fine. Emotionally a mess. Our parents disowned her. I know. She told me. I'm sorry about that. Are you? This is kind of all your fault. We're both responsible. It takes two people to have an affair. It takes one married person to cheat. You did that. You chose that. My marriage was over. According to you. Sarah tells a different story. Sarah's angry. She's rewriting history to make herself the victim. Or you're rewriting history to justify what you did. Jake sighed. I know what this looks like. Older married man leaves wife for younger woman. Classic midlife crisis. But it's not that simple. It never is. But the outcome is the same. Your kids don't have their dad. Your wife is devastated. Emma's family disowned her. And I'm stuck in the middle trying to figure out who's lying. I'm not lying. I love Emma. I want this baby. I want our family. What about your other family? The one you already have? I'll still be there for my kids. Sarah's just making it difficult right now. Because you left her for her friend's daughter. Emma's not Sarah's friend. Their parents are friends. That's different. Not to Sarah. Not to my parents. Not to anyone who sees what you two did. We didn't do anything wrong. We fell in love. That happens. You were married. That's the part people have a problem with. Emma came out of the guest room. Saw Jake. Ran to him. They hugged. Showed affection. Looked at each other like they were the only two people who mattered. And I realized, they genuinely believed they hadn't done anything wrong. They'd rewritten the story in their heads. Made it about love conquering all instead of about infidelity and broken families. I couldn't be around it. Went to my bedroom. Let them have their reunion. 2 days later, my mother showed up at my door. I need to talk to you. I let her in. We sat in the living room. Emma was at a doctor's appointment with Jake. This needs to end, Mom said. Emma staying here. You supporting her. All of it. Where's she supposed to go? That's not your problem. She made her choices. She needs to deal with them. She's my sister. She's a homewrecker. And by letting her stay here, you're saying that's acceptable. That destroying families is fine as long as it's done in the name of love. I'm not saying anything. I'm just giving her a place to stay while she figures things out. There's nothing to figure out. She slept with a married man. Got pregnant. Destroyed his family and ours. Those are facts. And they don't change just because you feel sorry for her. Don't you feel sorry for her at all? She's your daughter. She was my daughter. Now she's just a stranger who looks like my child. The Emma I raised wouldn't do this. Wouldn't sleep with a married man. Wouldn't destroy a family. This person isn't my daughter. That's not fair. Life's not fair. Ask Sarah Morrison. Ask her kids. They're learning that lesson right now thanks to your sister. What do you want from me? I want you to choose. Us or her. Family or betrayal. You can't have both. That's not a fair choice. It's the only choice. Make it. She left. And I sat there with an impossible decision. Choose my parents and abandon my pregnant twin sister. Or choose Emma and lose my entire family. No middle ground. No compromise. Just an ultimatum that would define the rest of my life. And I had no idea what to do. I didn't make a choice. I just existed in limbo for 2 weeks. Emma stayed with me. My parents didn't talk to me. My brother sent occasional texts asking if I'd come to my senses yet. Jake's divorce proceedings started. It was messy. Sarah was asking for full custody. claiming Jake abandoned his family, using Emma's pregnancy as evidence he was an unfit father. Emma was stressed. Doctors said the stress wasn't good for the baby. But what could we do? The whole situation was stress. Then my dad showed up. First time I'd seen him since Emma moved in. We need to talk. Just you and me. We went to a coffee shop. Neutral territory. Your mother is furious with you, he started. I know. She feels betrayed. Like you chose Emma's bad decisions over your family. Emma is my family. Emma broke the family. There's a difference. She made a mistake. A mistake is forgetting someone's birthday. Having an affair with a married man is a choice. A series of choices. All bad. I know what she did was wrong. But she's still my sister. My twin. I can't just abandon her. Why not? She abandoned her values. Her integrity. Her family's reputation. Why do you owe her loyalty when she showed none to anyone else? Because that's what family does. No. Family holds each other accountable. Family says what you did was wrong and there are consequences. Family doesn't enable bad behavior by providing shelter and support when someone should be facing the reality of their choices. So I should let my pregnant sister be homeless? That's the consequence? The consequence is her having to figure out her own life. She's 26. She chose to get involved with a married man. She chose to get pregnant. Now she needs to choose how to handle it. Without using you as a safety net. You sound like Mom. Your mother and I are united on this. Emma made her bed. She needs to lie in it. Alone. Not dragging you down with her. I'm not being dragged down. Aren't you? How many times have Mom and I called you in the last 2 weeks? Not many. 0. Because you chose Emma. And that choice has consequences too. You don't get to support her and still have us. It doesn't work that way. That's not fair. Fair doesn't exist when someone sleeps with a married man. Fair went out the window when Emma pursued Jake. Now there's just consequences. And you're experiencing yours. He left. Didn't hug me goodbye. Didn't say he loved me. Just left me sitting there with my coffee and my impossible choice. That night, I told Emma everything. The conversations with our parents. The ultimatum. The consequences. So they're really going to disown you too? Just for letting me stay here? Apparently. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. What did you mean to happen? You slept with a married man. Got pregnant. What outcome were you expecting? I thought once people got over the shock, they'd see how much Jake and I love each other. That they'd accept us. Emma, you broke up a marriage. You're the reason Jake's kids don't live with their dad anymore. People aren't going to just get over that. Jake's kids are better off with their parents apart. They were fighting all the time. According to Jake. The man who needed to justify leaving. Why don't you believe us? Why does everyone assume we're lying? Because you are lying. Melissa told me you pursued Jake. That you went after him deliberately. That this wasn't some accidental romance. You planned it. Emma's face closed off. Melissa doesn't know what she's talking about. So you didn't pursue him? I liked him. I thought he was attractive. But that doesn't mean I planned anything. Did you get pregnant on purpose? What? Who told you that? Sarah. Said you stopped taking birth control without telling Jake. That's false claim. Sarah's lying to make me look bad. Is she? Because that's a pretty specific lie. I didn't get pregnant on purpose. It was an accident. We were careful but nothing's 100%. Were you taking your birth control? Yes. Most of the time. I might have missed a few pills but I wasn't trying to get pregnant. Missing pills is trying to get pregnant when you're sleeping with someone. It was an accident. An accident you could have prevented by being more careful. By actually taking your pills. By using condoms. By not sleeping with a married man. Stop judging me. I'm not judging you. I'm trying to understand how we got here. How you made choices that destroyed multiple families including ours. Emma started crying. I love him. I love Jake. And I love this baby. Why is that so wrong? Because Jake was married. Because he has kids. Because you didn't just fall in love, you participated in breaking up a family. His family was already broken. According to the man who was cheating. You keep saying that like it's fact when it's just Jake's justification. We fought until we were both exhausted. Emma went to bed crying. I sat up trying to figure out what to do. My therapist, who had started seeing specifically because of this situation, asked me a question in our next session. What do you want? Not what Emma wants. Not what your parents want. What do you want? I want everyone to stop fighting. I want my family back. I want Emma to not be pregnant by a married man. I want to go back to before all this happened. You can't have any of that. Those aren't realistic wants. What do you want that's actually achievable? I don't know. Peace? Some kind of resolution where I'm not stuck in the middle? You're only stuck in the middle because you're trying to please everyone. What if you stopped trying to please everyone and just made a choice based on your own values? My values say I shouldn't abandon my pregnant sister. But they also say I shouldn't enable her bad choices. Those things can both be true. You can help Emma without condoning what she did. You can maintain a relationship with her while also acknowledging that her actions were wrong. My parents don't see it that way. To them, helping Emma at all is condoning her behavior. Then you have to decide if you agree with that. If you think helping someone automatically means you support everything they've done. I didn't agree with that. But I also understood my parents' position. Emma had done something genuinely wrong. And there should be consequences. The question was whether those consequences should include being abandoned by her entire family while 7 months pregnant. I decided they shouldn't. Whatever Emma had done, I couldn't abandon her. Not now. Not while she was pregnant and vulnerable. But I also couldn't lie to her about what she'd done. Couldn't pretend it was okay. Couldn't act like she was some innocent victim. I told her that night. You can stay here until the baby's born and you get back on your feet. But I need you to acknowledge what you did. Really acknowledge it. Not justify it. Not minimize it. Just own it. I do own it. No, you don't. You keep saying Jake's marriage was already over. That you didn't do anything wrong. That everyone's overreacting. That's not owning it. That's deflecting. Fine. What do you want me to say? I want you to say I pursued a married man. I knew it was wrong. I did it anyway. I participated in breaking up his family. I upset people. And I'm sorry. I can't say that. Why not? Because I'm not sorry. I love Jake. I love this baby. I can't be sorry for something that led to this. You can love Jake and the baby and still acknowledge that how you got here was wrong. But it wasn't wrong. We fell in love. You can't control who you love. You can control what you do about it. You could have waited until he was divorced. You could have told him to work on his marriage or leave it. You could have done literally anything other than sleep with him while he was still married. I couldn't wait. I needed him. And he needed me. His kids needed him too. But you took priority. Because you decided your wants mattered more than their needs. Emma stared at me. You really think I'm a terrible person? I think you did a terrible thing. That's not the same. Feels the same. We sat in uncomfortable silence. The truth hanging between us. Emma wasn't going to acknowledge what she'd really done. Wasn't going to take responsibility. Wasn't going to see herself as anything other than a victim of circumstance. And I couldn't make her. Couldn't force her to see the damage she'd caused. Could only decide whether I was willing to support her anyway. I called my parents. Told them my decision. Emma's staying until the baby's born. After that, she needs to figure out her own living situation. But I'm not pushing out my pregnant sister. Then you're choosing her, my mother said. I'm choosing not to abandon her. That's different. Not to us. Then I guess we're at an impasse. I can't do what you're asking. And you can't accept what I'm doing. So we're stuck. We're not stuck. You're making a choice. And that choices are over us. I'm making a choice not to let my sister be homeless while pregnant. If you interpret that as choosing her over you, that's your choice. My mother hung up. My father called back 10 minutes later. Your mother is very upset. I know. She thinks you're betraying the family. I think the family is betraying Emma. She made mistakes. But she's still our daughter. Your daughter. She stopped being our daughter when she slept with Jake Morrison. That's not how being a parent works. You don't get to disown your kid because they disappointed you. We're not disowning her for disappointing us. We're disowning her for destroying the Morrison family. For lying to us for months. For choosing a married man over her own family. And what about me? You're willing to disown me too? Silence. Long silence. We don't want to, my father said finally. But we can't have a relationship with you while you're supporting her. It sends the message that what she did is acceptable. I've told her what she did was wrong. I'm not condoning it. I'm just not abandoning her. Those are the same thing to us. Then I guess you're choosing your pride over your daughters. Both of them. I hung up. Sat there shaking. I'd just essentially been disowned. For not disowning my sister. Jake's divorce was finalized 3 months later. He got partial custody. Every other weekend. Sarah got primary custody in the house. Emma had the baby. A girl. They named her Lily. She was perfect. Healthy. Beautiful. My parents didn't visit. Didn't call. Didn't acknowledge their granddaughter's existence. My brother came by once. Held Lily. Looked sad. Mom and Dad are really not talking to you? Nope. That's harsh. They gave me a choice. I made it. They made theirs. Was it worth it? I looked at Emma. At Lily. At Jake who'd moved in after Emma had the baby. At the little family they were building in my guest room. I don't know. Ask me in a few years. Mom says she'll never forgive you. She might not. That's her choice. Ryan left. I sat with the reality. I'd chosen my sister over my parents. And now I was living with the consequences. Emma and Jake moved out 2 months after Lily was born. Got their own place. Started their life together. They seemed happy. Or as happy as you can be when half your family hates you and the other half is dealing with the fallout of a destroyed marriage. I see them occasionally. Holiday dinners. Lily's birthdays. Brief visits. It's not the close relationship Emma and I used to have. Too much has happened. Too much resentment on both sides. I'm not invited to my parents' house anymore. Haven't been in a year. My brother passes messages sometimes. They ask about you. They miss you. They wish you'd apologize. But I won't apologize. Because I didn't do anything wrong. I helped my sister when she needed help. That's not something to apologize for. Even if what she did was wrong. Even if I don't condone it. Even if I'll never fully forgive her for putting me in this position. I'm stuck between my pregnant twin sister and my parents' drama. What should have been a time to support family turned into losing half my family to support the other half. Was it worth it? I still don't know. Emma has her family. Jake. Lily. A life they built on the ruins of his marriage. My parents have their principles. Their righteousness. Their certainty that they're right. And I have. What? The knowledge that I didn't abandon my sister? The cost of losing my parents? The permanent family fracture that will never fully heal? I don't know what I have. Don't know if I made the right choice. I just know I made a choice. And I'm living with it. Emma thanks me sometimes. For supporting her. For not giving up on her. But she doesn't acknowledge what it cost me. Doesn't seem to understand that choosing her meant losing everyone else. Maybe that's fair. Maybe I made my choice and the consequences are mine to bear. Or maybe she owes me more than occasional thanks. Maybe she owes me recognition of what her choices cost not just her, but me too. I'll never know. Because we don't talk about it. We just exist in this new normal where family is fractured and everyone is too stubborn to bridge the gap. I'm stuck between my twin and my parents. And I'm learning that sometimes there's no right answer. Just choices and consequences. And the long, lonely road of living with what you decided when forced to choose.